I'm ready to start, and I have, instead of a recap, we got to have some love and some story loves in the chat for who put together, first of all, a survey for all of the Nocturnals to vote on their favorite moments from the entire show.
Aww.
And then we picked, I think, 5. I think he picked 5 of the top, and we're going to play them right now as our recap, as our final farewell recap.
Yes.
So,
recap.
Yeah. Oh God. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. Don't cry, PB.
See?
Don't
Do
cry
you
for
see?
it.
I told you I would take it away from you. I need it more than you. It's fine. It's fine. I just put my hand over his mouth and pushing his face farther away. It's fine. And that's when he dies. And I start to kind of...
Welcome to the darkness, Briar.
Don't you fucking do
I'm
it.
gonna try and remember the voice I used at the shed and reach out to Brian. Brian? Your eyes look just in time.
Don't you fucking do it, Brian.
I pull the trigger.
Oh my god! I'm gonna fucking eat him.
No, you're not. You can do this. I believe in you.
Fucking eat
I've
him.
seen you. You can do it.
I've never met you before, and I'm gonna kind of lunge towards him against her grip.
I pull her back.
Just let me. Nobody likes him. He's alone. He lives alone. Just let me fucking eat him. Nobody fucking wants him.
Sweetheart, I will give you all the blood.
Pain, I can take it away. I can take it away.
Everybody leaves.
So it has to be me. It's me.
Just you.
I'm the problem. I'm the one. I'm the common denominator. Trick leaves.
Nobody loves you.
My dad doesn't want anything to do with me. My granddad was the only one, and he's gone.
Alone.
What did you do?
I chose you.
For what?
I chose you. I'll always choose you. I chose you. I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
What did you do? Oh, you did!
It wasn't.
Don't cry! I can't take when you cry! What's wrong? What did you choose?
There was another one. There was another you from another timeline. And both of you couldn't exist in the same timeline.
What?
Either one of you was chosen or both of you died.
Stop it! Stop it!
And I chose you. I'll always choose you.
I am no less evil due to this. And frankly, I kind of wish you still think that about me. I deserve no forgiveness. Despite
Why?
Why? I don't deserve forgiveness?
Wasn't
Why?
your fault. It wasn't your fault.
I killed billions. There's never coming back from that. I killed with my hands.
So let's throw some love for who put that together for us, and love to the Nocturnals for voting. Thank you for voting, and it was really important that we highlight the chat and did that for us, because I wanted to have a video that showed everybody's reactions
my
to those
God.
scenes. Yeah, so I think without further ado, we can go ahead and dive into the episode. Is everybody ready?
Ready as we're gonna be.
All right.
It's like, hey, we're gonna blow up the moon. You ready?
Yeah.
I
Never.
hope
sure.
so.
Better today than never.
All right.
Yay.
I love violence.
Let's do it.
Okay, I'm going to play our intro for the last time. Here we go.
Fuck.
I'm in the apartment. The stuff's all on the floor. Everybody's gone. I think something went wrong. Something went really wrong.
Let me help you.
Welcome to the darkness, my friend.
We're going to begin today's session in the Vale with Briar and Echo. Now, just a short recap into what happened. We last left off. Echo had disappeared into the Vale, and the rest of the party walked in to go and search for her. So we are now beginning right here with just Briar and Echo in the Vale.
I'm sitting on, well, what would be the floor, but just hugging my knees and rocking ever so slightly.
Echo?
Can't kill a cat. Can't kill a cat. You can't kill a cat. Can't kill a cat. Can't.
Echo? Is that you?
You can't kill a cat. You can't kill it.
I'm gonna start making my way towards the crying that I hear. Echo?
This is so quiet. And now it's just her and her and her and her and her and over and over and over.
I'm just gonna walk up towards her, and I know it's pitch black, so I can't see her. But I'm gonna walk over and crouch down in front of her. Echo. It's just me. What's wrong?
I don't belong here. I don't belong anywhere.
It's not true.
I can't do anything. I can't choose anything, and all anybody sees in me is a reflection of somebody else's. And you can't kill a cat. You can't kill a cat.
I don't want to kill a cat either, but you have beautiful long red hair that nobody else does. I think you're more your own person than you think.
I spent so long thinking that I was the one that was wrong. And I couldn't hear anything. I don't know how you think with all this silence. And I thought, if I said the right thing or did the right thing, you'd let me live like you promised. And now I know why I'm here.
Why are you here?
You don't even know. You're all so judgmental and slow and stupid with your easy linear time and your silent, secret, lying minds, and you're so desperate to blame somebody, just anybody.
I don't know what you're talking about because I've never blamed you for anything, Echo. I gave you a choice to become something that you wanted, and you chose to do that.
And now I don't get to choose anything.
Because of what we have to do to try to fix it, or?
Every choice I've been given, you've taken from me, or somebody else has taken from me. Because that was never what this was about. He didn't want another sister. He didn't.
You've barely spoken to me. I've tried talking to you and you recoil from me. How can I have a relationship with someone who recoils from me?
You have no idea.
You've always had a choice, Echo. When you step out of this, whatever this is, you have a choice in that world, wherever you end up, to be who you want to be, regardless of me or anybody else.
You say that, but every choice I've tried to make, you've taken away from me. Or somebody else has. Because that's not why I'm here. I've been waiting for so long to feel something. Like I thought I would, like she used to. And now, all I feel is just so angry. It burns. I don't know why people cry. It hurts. You should let the butcher win. Show me more decency than you have.
Well, I've noticed that you're selfish and misguided, and you blame others. You are who you made you. And that's a choice that you made. I had no control over that. I brought you into life, and then you chose every piece. You pieced it together like a puzzle.
Linear time, if you could go back, if you could watch it. Every choice. At least he's honest. At least he admits he's a murderer.
All you have to focus on is when this is all done, how you can be okay, regardless of me or anybody, and you can start a life somewhere else.
There's no life after that. That's not what I'm for. I know it now. She's in here. You didn't make me because you wanted to create life. You made me to save one that was already there.
I just try to do the right thing.
Oh, good job.
I'm sure as you go on, you'll realize you'll try to do the right thing too, and sometimes you make mistakes.
But you never wanted me to make those.
It's funny that you're speaking for me, like you're in my mind, but you don't know what I want. Nobody does but me. I only want the best for you, Echo. I could have made you disappear into all of this. But I gave you a choice. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have even asked.
But it was all for her. It was for you and her. It was never about me. I'm a tool. I'm an ingredient. I'm a raven, not a cat, because a cat can belong to somebody, and God forbid you place as much value in something that can't be owned and controlled, something that's its own master.
I touch her knee.
I'll kill a cat.
I'm not your master, you're your own master. The sooner you realize that, the happier you will be. And I take my hand off her knee and stand up.
I want to make a choice, and I want to make it count for something.
You can.
That's all I need to know. We're all just so desperate to blame somebody rather than just admit that life is hard. And there's darkness in you too, and in all of them. And it's that makes you beautiful, not all your pure intentions.
I don't know what you believe everybody's intentions are. What do you think, Echo? Now's time to speak your mind.
I think you made something to save your sister because you were scared. And in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter whether you want me to have a choice, because there is only one choice.
It's at that moment. Briar, I'd like you to roll for me.
Public or private?
You can go ahead and do a private roll.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. I have a question for you.
Okay.
It's an important one, and one you've heard me ask before. Do you want to know the truth?
Today, yes, I do want to know the truth.
It's at this moment, the shadow, the figure that you've seen your whole life, will appear before you, long, stretching up, coming up from the ground. And everything else falls away until it is just the two of you.
Hello, brother.
Hello? Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I try to stand up tall. How are you? Avoid making eye contact with it, but I'm trying to lift my eyes.
I'm here. Do you need me?
I don't think so. I think everything's fine. I don't know what you mean.
I felt the call, and now I'm here.
I don't really understand how you're here. And also me, and also all this, everything. I don't understand how it all fits together.
Don't you know who I am?
No. Something that's haunted me for years.
Are you sure you don't know? Busy bee?
When he says that, I look up at his face.
Oh, roll.
38.
I'm going to let you describe what this is like as you remember the events of your childhood. As you remember what happened.
My eyes, it's like someone shining a flashlight in your eyes for a second. And I'm standing outside and I have a stick in my hand. And I'm drawing in the dirt. And I notice that somebody else is also drawing in the dirt with a stick. And I look up and I hear like the creaking of rust and rusty hinges and smell old burnt sugar. And I see a boy standing before me. And he's smiling. Big smile. He's known for his smile. And he looks at me and laughs as a woman calls him over to a Ferris wheel. And I smile as he runs over.
I have to go, but I'll be right back. Don't play without me, okay?
Okay, have fun. I hope I get to go next.
Okay.
And I watch him get on the Ferris wheel. And this man with long hair starts to fire it up, hitting buttons, and I'm too young to realize that this Ferris wheel is just decrepit and should not be used. And he gets into what I think is it must be called a basket. I'm too young to know. And he gets in with her and the Ferris wheel starts moving. So I skip over to the man controlling the Ferris wheel. He looks familiar, but I don't remember who he is. And
Can Briar come? Can Briar come on the ride?
I see the man shake his head as they slowly start going up.
But she gets to go next, right?
And I hear the woman say, yep. And as they get to the top, they stop. I see the man hit buttons and I just sit there standing excitedly watching and thinking about, I hope my turn's next. And
look at the view, darling. Isn't it beautiful?
So
and then
pretty.
I hear them talking. And then the basket starts to shake a little bit more than it should.
It'll all be over soon.
I hear Jack scream.
You promised that Briar could go next, then.
And I see a struggle and I see Jack fall. It's too quick for me to fully see, and then I hear a thud on the ground, more hollow than anything you could ever imagine, like an empty drum. And I see him laying on the ground. His body is just broken, and his eyes are open, and you can see the light starting to fade in them. And one tear just slide down his face before the light's totally gone. And I'm too young to realize what's really happening, but like when you blow out a candle, the smoke kind of evaporates into the air, dissipates, and all these little wisps of smoke start coming off of his body, dark and thick and black. And they come together and fit into what resembles a small boy, but a shadow. And in the confusion, I just stare at his body and I'm too small to understand what's really happening. And the man reaches for my wrist. But I feel these warm hands around my stomach pull me back. And notice that the man tried to grab me, but something pulled me away. And then the memory fades into my home with my parents and I playing in the woods and this little shadow following me around. And then as I grow, it grows with me. It's always smiling, just like Jack did. And as I grew bigger, it grew bigger. And as I grew more fearful, it got scarier. But as I got stronger, so did it. And somewhere over time, I began to fear it more than love it, because I forgot who it was. But it was Jack. The brother I used to love playing with and who I looked so forward to being my big brother. And I remember seeing him on the ground and how quickly it all happened. Now I remember that he's been with me and he's been protecting me all these years, even though I was scared. In that time in college, he was saving me from something much darker, but I blamed him. And now, I see him before me. And while I don't have much of a family, I always had him. My little brother's always been with me, I just didn't know it. And just like that, it's like another flashlight passes in front of my eyes and I relive my whole life and all these memories and how it just morphed. And I'm back in the veil, standing in front of it. Jack?
It's good to see you again, B.
I didn't know it was you, Jackie.
I wanted to tell you. You wouldn't let me.
I'm so sorry what happened to you. I wish I could have done something I didn't know.
It's not your fault, B.
I
I couldn't leave you unprotected. The world is scary.
I wouldn't have gotten through without you.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Just want... I instinctively tried to hug it.
You can hug it.
So I walk up and I just put my arms around him, and I remember him being my older brother, and he always played with me. He always made time for me. He always tried to make me laugh. And when I hug the shadow, I realize it's warm. It's not cold. It feels like I'm holding something that is full of love, even though it might not look like that on the outside. I had no idea.
You've gotten really strong, B. You're gonna break my back.
I laugh and pull away. I just grew up. Looks like you grew up too.
In a manner of speaking. I don't know if I can follow you anymore. I think the next step you have to take alone.
Where will you go? Now that I know who you are.
That's my next step.
Can I find you?
I wouldn't put it past you.
I want to make you proud.
You already have.
You made me proud too. I was proud to be your sister. I'll take a step back. Try to save the world.
That's my sister. Always trying to save the world.
And he, just like the smoke swirls when Jack first passed, he evaporates gracefully into just the darkness.
You can now add a new ability on your sheet. Call on Jack. And the other one that you had, you can change to become a shadow. So it is now apparent you know Jack became a shadow out of his love to try to save and protect you. But you also have this ability. This runs in your family.
Okay.
So these are separate. You can still become something dark, but really the one that you've been fearing and the one that is the strongest, the Butcher, is your brother.
Okay.
The fog and the darkness clears a little bit in the veil and reveals Echo again, who's now standing, but everyone else is with you as well.
You understand now?
Yeah, I didn't know. Forgot.
Like I said, it's easy for you to be judgmental. Things are rarely how they seem.
Yeah, life's showing me a lot of that lately.
The things you can do, that's a responsibility.
Also a really good time. Right, Briar?
Yes. I realize everybody's there, and I try to wipe my face off.
Trying to lighten the mood.
Yeah. Did you guys see any of that, or?
I mean, I saw you get all weird and sappy.
Yeah.
Everything all right?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm glad we all found each other in here. It can get kind of dark.
Yes.
Did anything happen we should know about?
Oh, my entire life just unraveled. It's fine, though.
Oh.
That seems to be a bit of a theme.
Yeah.
I just learned an important lesson about judging on appearances. Guess we're all learning today.
Oh, good. Oh. Perhaps we should finish this.
Yeah. Think it's about time.
What I said about making a choice.
Can everybody tell Echo that she is able to do whatever she wants? Because she doesn't believe me.
Not sure what you mean.
She seems to think I made her as a tool.
You did.
Well,
this is what I'm for. I'm fine with it.
My 2 cents on that is my mom and daddy made me. I don't serve them.
Yeah, but now I get to choose it.
That's usually how it works. You are made, but... you get to deal with it from there.
Welcome to the greatest and worst gift God ever gave us. Free will.
Don't. Just remember who you're asking. When you do the important stuff, remember who you're asking. Okay.
Yes.
Brian, thank you. Shadows aren't what you think they are, or Just be careful. Look after the things you create.
I like absentmindedly like Lilith, are you in human form?
I think so, yeah. Yep.
Okay. When she says like you said, what did you say? You said look over the things you create.
Yes.
Look after.
Look after
The things you create. I if she's in human form, I reach over and just I hold Lilith's hand.
I think Lilith would probably go stiff for a second, but then relax instantly and like squeeze his hand super hard. But not really let anything be known on her face. And I'm gonna think really hard. We're gonna be okay, right?
I have no doubt.
I need everybody to roll for me. You've been in the Veil for quite some time.
24.
52.
41.
91.
96.
Oh wait.
Yeah,
we both
I
rolled
would-
52.
Yeah.
My goal is already complete, so I'm not on the find the truth out about Adisa anymore.
No, you're
so there's no
not.
flipping.
Okay. So both Lilith and Theo, you're starting to feel very uncomfortable, cold sweats.
Real quick.
Yes.
We did this before. Can we? I'm
Yes.
hoping we can do it again.
Yes.
Can I switch Lilith's roll to 69?
Yes, you will use a charge for it, but yes, you may.
Yes, I would love
Okay.
to.
All right, just go ahead and subtract that from your sheet. So can you describe for us what happens when Henry kind of can feel her wave of sickness and kind of like the pressure of being in the Veil, and you just say no, or you just stop it from happening, or give her power? How does that work for Trick? Or Henry?
I kind of view it like non-verbally telling her not to fight against it, let it wash, like let it go through her, let it like don't fight the wave, like surf the wave.
Okay.
And it's like in a handhold, like I got you, don't worry.
I'm gonna turn towards Trick in that uncomfortable mode and say, do you mind if I'm not like this right now? I'd be a lot more comfortable not like this. This body is weak, squishy. I feel like I can't straighten my neck. Do you mind?
Not at all.
At that, she's gonna like let go of his hand and kind of shake her hands and take like 2 steps back from everybody and then just burst into guts and everything into.
I lost her sound for some weird reason.
Nice.
I'd like to use Observer.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, Katie, we lost audio. Katie, can you hear us?
I don't know if she can hear us.
Katie?
CK, can you hear us?
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. We
Was
lost
my
your
internet
audio for a
poop?
second. Sorry. Yeah, your internet
okay.
pooped for just a second.
We caught the you burst into guts, and then we
Yeah.
didn't get the rest.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Okay,
and
so
start
she
from there.
bursts into guts and then is her dog form, and like shakes her hackles and shakes all the blood and maggots and everything out of her fur, and she kind of has her haunches up, like you know how dogs like make the fur on their back go up really high, and then she's gonna go over to Trick and just start to circle his feet.
Okay, just don't forget to remove the charges off for transformation. And Brian, you want to use Observer?
Observer on Theo.
Oh, okay. All right, go for it.
All right. There we go.
Oh,
Oh my
doubles.
God, doubles and an 11. Wow. Okay.
What do I see?
What do you? Okay. Well, for what you see for Theo is he's generally pretty pale and sickly looking right now, but it looks like his skin is almost translucent, like he is ceasing to exist almost.
Do I know what this is?
It's either serious bleed or veil sickness. It's probably because of the ritual. Time might be short. But he's sweating profusely. Looks like he has a very intense fever.
I don't know about you guys, but I think maybe it's time to get back to that apartment and let's wrap this up, eh? What do you say, Theo?
Oh, yes.
Buddy? You good?
Yes, we should. We should go. Briar,
Sooner the better.
You open a door to the warehouse.
No.
Not inside it, outside. I need to deward.
I kind of forgot why we're in here in the first place.
I kind of look up into the nothingness. I don't know if you can hear me, but I'll try and help. And I just want to reach out into the darkness and open a curtain or push through like I did before to come in.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and roll for me?
Okay, for you or just roll?
Just roll. Sorry, I always say that, but I don't
12.
necessarily mean 12. Okay. Before you can even like really reach out and try to pull back a curtain, a door does open for you. Are you trying to hide this, or are you doing it in front of everybody?
I'll do it in front of everybody.
Okay.
I'll sort of smile up into the air and put my hand on the door and open it and feel that waft of cold air come through it and look back at them all. It's easy to say you're going to do something. Don't judge on appearances. Don't be stuck on your ideas. And remember who you're asking. Look after each other. And I go through the door and just close it behind me.
I move pretty quick to go through that door.
Okay, you'll have to roll, and you've got a 20% shift right now because your last roll was pretty terrible. So
28.
Okay.
So 48.
So 48. Okay. Echo, do you want to roll again for me?
59.
Okay. Theo, you do reach the door. Echo has gone through it. So Echo slides through this door that is opened for her. And Theo, you go to grab this door. This is somewhat a partial. So I'm going to say the door is shut, but it is still in front of you. It hasn't disappeared.
I try to open the door. We need to get going.
I don't know what door that goes to, and maybe she doesn't want to be found. Or followed.
I thought she was opening a door to where we're going.
And I open it to look through, not to walk through.
Roll for me.
92.
Theo opens the door and witnesses his worst nightmare. What's behind the door, Theo?
Adisa being completely taken, unredeemable, unsavable.
What does that look like to you? Unsavable, unredeemable. What does that mean?
That face that occasionally got seen of her being in that nightmarish form, grinning with no skin on her face, the skull exposed, almost looks like the flesh melting, and her then stepping out of the ritual circle, which she's never been able to do before, and then walking into the town.
Yes.
I see, I don't know how long this takes, but I see the professor doing that, and I grab his shoulder.
What would you like to do?
Pull him back.
Brian?
I'd
Hold
try
on
and pull
before
him
you
back
do that.
if he's thinking
I
about
don't
following
know.
or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd be able to do that. Pull him back,
Okay.
I mean. But Brian, you wanted to do something as well? You both want to do something at the same time.
Yeah, so who would get there? Are you closer than Trick? Yeah? Would you say you're closer?
Could always roll to see.
Yeah, that's what I want to...
How far am I from the situation compared to everybody else? I need to know that.
I think you guys were all together. So when Echo's door opened, it didn't open too far. It's not like she had to walk too far to get into the door, but Theo lunged for the door. So why don't we do this? Why don't you roll a 1d2? If it's a 2, he's closer to you. If it's a 1, he's closer to Henry.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Yeah, the slash.
All right, he's closer to you.
Okay, it's close to me?
Yep.
I like to use inhuman reflexes.
Oh, okay. All right. Go ahead and roll.
All right. 32.
Yep.
Brian, what is this?
What are you trying to do?
Stop him and shut the door before he even gets a chance to do anything and be right in front of him.
Okay, so because we already RP'd it, I'm going to say he opened the door, but your inhuman reflexes, you're able to pull him back and shut the door. And
he
then
sees whatever he saw, right?
Yeah,
Obviously.
he sees whatever he saw, but then you are able to shut the door and close it.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a whip too, like and I'm right in front of him, awkwardly fast.
It probably
kind of
shocks you, the rest
fast.
of you. Yeah, you've not seen Brian do this before.
You can even feel your hair move a little bit.
I was gonna say I reached my hand out to grab the professor, and it's just like watching the Roadrunner, just like I'm just like, whoa.
Don't go in there. You don't want to see that. Theo, I need you to do me a favor right now, okay? I need you to focus. There's a task that needs to get done. And the more you trail off, the farther and farther we get away from that task. Okay, buddy?
I think we've already failed.
No, we've not. We got time.
We didn't.
But we have to get out of here now. The longer we're here, the closer you are to death.
And you like
understand?
Sorry.
I'm already dead.
No, you're not. Trust me. You're here with us. You're here with me. Look at me. You're gonna make it through this. You understand? Now I need you to focus. Block that shit out. Right now. Block it out. All right?
When he says that, I'd love to declare a goal.
Go for it.
I need to save Adisa.
All right.
This, after you guys are done talking,
then
like in like a pausing space, you hear like knuckles crack behind you, or like because you're probably not looking at me, and you just hear like, all right.
You know you only value something if you know it'll end, Theo. Don't do something you're gonna regret.
I've never tried this with anyone other than just me, but get close. You're gonna want to be here. Here, everybody, hold hands. I think.
And yeah, kind of like focus in on you, Brian, and nod and look a little more resolute, and then join up.
You can actually, Theo, you can actually take a 5% shift up because of your interaction with Brian.
Okay.
All right. Close your eyes. This might make you dizzy. And I hope it works. So I grab Lilith's hand, and then I reach out to whoever's next to me. I don't know if it's Briar or Brian or
probably
whoever.
me, since you were.
Okay.
Yeah.
I grab your hand, and I wait for everybody to grab hands unless they're not going to do it or whatever.
I'm a dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I grab
Put your hand on my head, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, like around your ear or whatever.
I'll just grab whoever's hands are available.
Okay.
Okay.
So no one's obstinate to that. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Let's go. And then I cast the synchronicity.
Okay. Before we do that, you can roll when we get back. We're gonna switch scenes really quickly. And we arrive in the industrial loft, aka the warehouse, where we see a melted Adisa. Her face is skeletal now. Her skin has is kind of dripping down her face, and she is frozen in the center of a ritualistic space. Her mouth is agape, and her eyes are wide, and she looks like she's struggling quite a bit. To move or to stay still, it's unclear. And then a door opens, and someone steps through. You came.
Of course.
You say of course, but you didn't have to.
I know. I wanted my choices to count for something.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll for me.
$58.
Okay. Go ahead and describe what this looks like.
It's almost like the melted skin from her face starts to become translucent, becomes water, and just drips off her onto the ground and starts moving almost like a snake towards Echo until it gathers around her feet and starts moving upwards in swirls and spirals up her body. And as it happens, my whole body goes rigid and it works its way up my neck, into my mouth, into my eyes, and my face starts contorting. And I scream as my face starts melting the way hers did. My back starts twisting. And I'd known it would probably hurt, but I never felt pain before. And it takes over every part of my brain. And all I can think of is save the world, save the world, save the world as I scream. And my body almost ruptures in on itself. It's like an unseen force is just crushing me backwards and inwards. And then it just dissolves onto the floor. And these wisps of smoke come off it until there's nothing left.
We see Adisa, who was originally struggling, half kind of melted, her face skeletal and bone exposed. She begins to regrow her skin. Her movements no longer rigid, color returning to her face. She takes a deep, deep breath in, stretches her arms out, looks directly at us, and says, "I'm ready." And we switch scenes. So this synchronicity spell, it's only for you, correct? But you want to try to You know that. Trick knows that, but he wants to try to give it more power so that everyone can travel together.
Yep.
Right? Okay. And just so that the audience knows for sure, the synchronicity says, what does that say exactly?
Puts you where you're supposed to be. It could be the time and place where a friend of yours is going to need help. It could be just the right spot to take advantage of a great opportunity, or at least become aware of it. It could place you in a restaurant just as your two worst enemies meet to plot your downfall. It's not teleportation. You spend the charge and leave it to the GM to decide where you're supposed to be and to provide a rationale to get you there. Know that just because this puts you where you need to be, it doesn't mean you're equipped to handle what happens.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me. Now, how many charges does this normally cost for you?
1 significant charge.
Well, okay. All right. How many people are you trying to take more than you?
4. So 5 total people.
Do you have 5 significant charges?
I do.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. Oh, wow.
Someone's a good little saver.
All right, then. Okay, let's go ahead and please roll for me.
So you're saying it cost me 5 charges?
It's going to cost you 5 charges total, right?
Okay.
Wait. Let me just count how many. Yes, 5 total.
Dynamic wise, Lilith, where are you at? Significant wise.
Yeah, I'd love to know as well. How many significant charges do you have?
Oh, I have 2 significant charges.
Still up.
Okay.
Still up.
Okay.
Okay, I have 2 left, and then I have like 94 insignificant charges.
Good. They're called minor, not insignificant, but
Minor,
yes.
those ones.
Insignificant charges. Zeke,
Those wee ones.
after this, how many charges will you have?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
8. I had 13 to begin with.
Okay.
But you got a lot from that.
Yeah.
That experience.
Yep. I did pretty well with that. All right, here we go. Rolling 25.
Good shit, man.
Yeah.
Rolls are good today.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
they
rolling
are.
when you
Holy
needed
shit.
it. Good God.
We got
Okay.
fire rolls today.
All
Well,
right.
I've been 90s, but yeah, everyone else who's been more
Yeah,
important,
yeah,
thank you.
All right. Please describe, Henry, what this is like as you use this ability for the first time. In this way, at least.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the last time I did it, I transported me and my fucking Escalade.
Yes, you did.
to
you
a
did,
place.
to exactly where you were supposed to be.
But I think it's a like a different experience for everyone, meaning like it says it's not teleportation,
Right.
but the action of it is a lot like teleportation.
Sort of. It's like you just know where to go and where to be at the right time. So what will happen at the end of this is a door is going to open for you, but you're not opening the door. I should make that clear. So you can go ahead and describe how this happens. Like you just know where to go and you find the right door.
Okay. So we don't actually move a door opens. Is that what you're saying?
You're going to find the door. It's like being in the right place at the right time. So you just suddenly know kind of where to go.
Since Trick is a little country, I think what happens was when he says let's go, like you see like it just appears in his hand like an old style like divining rod, like to find a well, water for a well. It's like a Y-shaped stick kind of a thing.
Dowsing rod, yeah.
A dowsing rod, there you go. And he looks at it and he immediately recognizes what it is. And he looks at everybody and he goes, well, last time it just worked immediately. Maybe it works different every time. And then it starts like moving and stuff like a on its own, like a Ouija board thing. And he's just like, all right. And he goes, he follows it and finally like comes to a space where there's nothing there. and then the divining rod like disappears. And he looks around a little bit, and he reaches for the space where the last, like, was pointing last. And it's like when you think there's another step at the end of the stairs.
Yeah, and you almost trip. Yeah.
He just goes, "Ooh," and it like hits like something solid in the nothing. And goes like, there it is.
So there is no door visible, but Henry does stop on something. And Briar, you know you're the only one that can actually reveal it and open it here. But he has stopped in front of something.
What's going on? Can you... do I see him, like, putting his hands on the wall?
Oh, yeah. And he's, like, stopped, and he says, there it is.
Yep. And I'm kind of like, it's like in the dark feeling for a doorknob or something, and there's nothing, I can't feel anything. So I turn to Briar, and I just go, well, this is where we're supposed to be.
Glad you found it. Sometimes it's hard for me to find stuff in here. I'm still figuring all that out. So I'll walk up next to Trick, and I'm just gonna put my hands on the door, and I'm gonna just attempt to reveal it and have a doorknob form that he can use to open.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for me.
96.
Okay.
Another 96. Every time I see it, I was like, I want to pop it, but you're not Lilith, so.
So you try to open this door and reveal kind of the way that you're supposed to go. You know that this is right. As soon as you touch the space, you know it's right, and you're trying to reveal it, but an emotion kind of comes over you. What do you think that would be? What emotion would come over you now to prevent you from opening the door?
Fear of what's on the other side?
Fear. Okay, so fear overtakes you. And you hesitate, and you don't feel like you can maybe open this door. However, the door reveals itself to you.
I take a step back, but I know I didn't reveal it.
That's right.
But I don't say it to anybody.
Okay, you're trying to pass off that you did it. Okay.
Well, it's withholding information.
Okay.
So I guess it is kind of lying.
Okay.
There you go. It's yeah.
Oh, then.
This door is unlike the previous doors that you've seen before. It's incredibly intricate, and it is hand carved, it looks like. And there are figures on this door. There are 6 figures on this door. 6 people. And if you look closer, you can see. They're you.
Is it our names, or is it like our pictures?
Oh, it's your pictures. It's a picture of you approaching something that you can't see. So it's your backs. But you can very clearly see, Briar, you're there with your short hair, a shotgun on your back. It might take a second, but after looking at it, you realize this is you. You've been carved onto this door.
Looks like we got self-portraits. Portraits. This is probably real, very accurate, very right.
Clarification.
Yes.
You said 6. There are 5 of us here. Who is the 6th person?
You can roll.
Okay. 75.
You don't know.
Don't recognize the 6th one?
Don't recognize the 6th one.
So I'd walk up, still kind of shaking at this point, but it's probably from what seems like the fever, not fear. And it's just, who's this? And pointing out that 6th one.
Do I recognize it?
Go ahead and roll.
19.
You might not recognize the figure, but you know it's your sister.
think it's Adisa.
This is the right door. Let's go. I don't think I can be here any longer.
I want Trick to open it, so I'm just gonna, yeah.
I try to open it. If there's a handle or anything.
There is a handle.
Okay.
And you go to open it, and it seems stuck.
I'll try it. And I'll go to turn it or try to open it.
Trick, do you remove your hand from the door?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll. Briar?
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, it's okay.
27.
You absolutely can open this door, but it's better if you all push on it.
As I start to turn the doorknob, I feel like a whisper tell me, should all push it. And so I stop.
And I point to the figure that I don't know who it is. Is it going to work without that one?
I think we should all open it at the same time, and I guess we'll find out.
All right.
All right.
And I put my hand on the door.
Put your hand on yourself.
And move it down after you say that to myself.
And I'll find myself and put my free hand on that.
I kind of like, I look and I kind of get on all fours and I look at Lilith and I'm like, and I'm on all fours and I'm trying to keep, hold on. My headphones just got unplugged. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. I try and keep my hand on it while I'm like down on my knees and stuff, trying to keep my hand on my own portrait, so she can jump up on my back and put her fucking paw on the door.
That's adorable. That's fucking adorable. Okay, so you're all pushing on the door on your figures. I need everybody to roll for me. This is a big one.
16.
69!
Oh!
Woo! Okay.
Oh!
Dude.
Those are all successes, all critical successes with Brian in the lead. Oh my god. Oh.
No.
Okay.
Wow, dude. That's crazy.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Brian, good God, though.
Yeah, that's
and Trick.
that's
Both
insane.
of you.
The rolls today, fucking nuts. Okay, so as you start to open this door, as you begin to push on this door, you can all hear your heartbeat. It's now increasing faster and faster. It's very loud. And then you hear this like clicking, ticking. And you all push open this door and you walk through. I need to know what you're thinking when you walk through this door. What will you do if you make it out of this?
I'd follow Trick.
I honestly like the idea of being like a something like a bounty hunter or something with Lilith at my side, like we hunt people for our like occupation or whatever. Like that seems like the happiest life that I can think of right now.
Theo?
Serve my debt.
Follow-up question. Debt to whom?
The pale horse.
Emma? Is yours the same?
Didn't hear it. What happened? My internet did a
that's
thing.
okay. When you walk through this door, what would you do if you survived this? What's the one thing you're thinking about as you step through this door?
I'm probably hoping Trick will still want me with him even after all this is over with, because I don't have a family or anything to go back to.
Briar?
I can't go back to slinging coffee at the Sleepy Bean after all of this. So I'd probably go into the Vale and start looking for things that I've lost.
And Brian?
Quite calm. I'm quite calm right now, actually. Waiting for what's going to happen. Worried about what would happen and have to be done if it doesn't work. And if it succeeds, looking forward, going back to my timeline and moving forward in my own peace.
Okay. And that's actually where we're going to take a break. Just a couple minutes.
Cock the wall.
Okay. Okay, bye.
Okay, Mary.
Okay. We are going to stand up. We're going to stretch. You also, please stand up, stretch, wash your piss mittens. We will return momentarily for the last half of the finale of Nocturne. If you have a Twitch Prime and you haven't considered using it, please consider using it on one of these amazing role players. And if you want to support Table Story, one of the best ways you can do that is head over to our Patreon, tablestory.tv/pledge. We have adventures for you and your table, character sheets, all sorts of goodies over there. But we shall return.
Without a shadow of a doubt, Nocturne will be right back. Without a shadow of a doubt, Nocturne will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Hello and welcome back to the darkness, everyone. Welcome back. We are going to return exactly where we left off as they instantly walk through the door. And you are outside in a parking lot. And before you is an industrial kind of like loft warehouse with one entranceway. There is a car in the parking lot as well. It's Theo's trusty old vehicle, right, Theo?
The 89 silver Corolla.
Yep. It's the only car in the parking lot.
Do I feel and look better?
Yes, you rolled incredibly well to go through the door. So yeah, you look and feel a little bit better.
Okay. Just figured I'd check before I was
Yeah,
translucent still.
Yeah, that's very good.
This is the place, Theo?
This is it. Yes. This is it.
I look at his car
Yeah, probably follow your gaze.
and I look at the trunk.
One last check for good luck.
As I start walking to my car.
I don't say anything, but I follow him silently.
Okay. Is anybody else going to look in the trunk?
I'm gonna follow. I'm gonna keep a safe distance, but I'm gonna follow.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand right where we entered and watch.
Okay.
There may be something useful in here. Maybe.
Has there ever been anything useful in there, Professor?
Oh, who has the cat?
Actually, that's what I was going to ask too. Was it Brian that
I
still had
think
the
Brian
cat?
was still holding the cat. Brian, are you still holding the cat?
Meow.
Yep, okay.
Okay.
As weird as it sounds, yes, the bodies have been useful in the trunk.
Go ahead.
And I take out my keys and pop the trunk.
Go ahead and roll for me. This is, okay, hold on. I need everybody to roll. Oh, actually, I want everyone to choose one person that's going to roll here. This is a very important roll.
Briar, she just rolled. I choose Briar. She rolled a 10. I choose her.
You all have to agree.
I mean, she was with me, so I'd be okay with that as well, but I'm still, I guess, the one that's turning the key, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Since
I mean,
I said I was doing that.
It doesn't matter where you are or who, just take the character right out of it. This is a totally separate roll for something. One person's going to roll it. Y'all have to decide.
I want Theo to roll.
That's fine with me.
Theo sounds good, man.
Yep.
It's about time for his rolls to turn around. He's due.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'm
Theo's going to roll. You're going to roll. Hold on. You're going to roll a 1d5, please.
I don't like that at all.
1.
Okay. It's Trick's body in the trunk.
I see you there, Trick.
And I kind of look to see if there's confirmation on everyone
Yeah,
else's
do we all
face.
see that? Because I'm looking.
Yeah, if you're all looking, then yeah, you see Trick. You see yourself. Although it's really weird. The Trick in this trunk has your old hat on.
That's new.
I walk in and take a closer look. Well. Yeah, that's a new one on me. And I look down to see, like, if I can see how he died, like if there's strangles, blood, anything.
Theo, go ahead and roll a 1d5 again, please.
5.
You have your throat ripped out. Looks like a big bite was taken out of your neck.
I'm gonna put my paws up on the edge and sniff the body and see if I can smell anything interesting or anyone.
Go ahead and roll for me.
Rolled a 22.
Oh yeah. You can smell you.
I'm gonna walk up calmly.
We were warned about this.
Yes. Looks like. And I look at Emma.
Maybe you had a hand in that or some other beast. A different you, though, not this one.
Brian walks up behind you. Oh yeah, go ahead. You first.
I was just gonna say I remember that Trick has to stay stronger with me at all minutes, and kind of thinking like, where's that Emma now? What happened? Back up and just kind of sit and be sad.
I take a closer look. Is there anything that stands out on the body?
Yeah, you can roll. Okay. Meanwhile, Brian walked up behind you. Were you doing something in particular, Brian, or were you trying to take a look?
I've noticed them kind of stopping at the vehicle and looking and inspecting the trunk. So I decided then to kind of walk up and see what they were all looking at. Just holding the cat in my lap, petting it.
Yeah, you do see Trick, or a Trick, in the trunk. His throat has been ripped out, and his eyes are wide open. Yeah, you rolled a 66. Yeah, so doubles. You may have two things, Henry. Two things from previous Trick or from your previous self and decisions that you may take with you. I will let you choose.
I kind of look around the body. I see that it's old me. Hold on one second. I gotta type something in PP real quick.
Yes. The rest of you can RP your reactions to what's in the trunk while Trick is kind of like staring at his body, if you would like. Yes, you absolutely may do that.
Okay.
So these people meet?
I don't know.
I look down and you see Trick kind of like feel his head a little bit and then like reach down and he grabs the hat and the glasses, and you see him reach into the hat and he pulls out a note. And it says, "You might need armor where you're going. The tailor." And I put the note in my pocket. And I put the hat back on. And I put the glasses back on. Well, looks like we were supposed to be here.
Thank you, other Trick.
And I look to Brian because he seems to be like the most like knowledgeable about the rabbit and its comings and goings. I'll fix this in a minute. You ever heard of the tailor?
Yeah. Why?
This is from him.
Lucky
or
gift.
her. Seems like it. That's what the note said.
What do you say?
Said I might need it where I'm going. I'm inclined to believe him.
We'll take any help we can get.
What do you think, Lilith? Suit me?
She'll kind of like snort and shake her head towards the ground and look at it kind of. Her overall feeling is uncomfortable.
Yeah, it must be strange. Like, I mean, this is a reality in which he was wearing this and then got killed, and now he's just put it on. It's almost like he's like willingly closing the loop on himself.
Uh-huh. It seems almost too lighthearted.
You'll get used to it. I probably won't be wearing it for much longer.
What do you all do?
Looking if anyone's still like in the trunk or not. If they're not, I'll shut the trunk.
No, it was just Trick in the trunk.
Okay. If he's done, I'd shut the trunk and.
All right. Well, everybody ready? Might be wise to.
And look over to Briar.
Get your shotgun ready.
And after all this time, I kind of remember I still have that on my back. Yeah, you're right. So I start digging through my bag to get some shells out and start.
You ever
loading them.
operated one of those things before?
Yeah, my granddad taught me how to do this. I didn't like hunting, but he thought it'd be good for me to at least learn like skeet shooting.
You ever shot at living things?
No.
Want to hold a cat?
No. I think I got it. I used to shoot at discs that flew through the air real fast.
Well, this ain't a disc. You sure you're gonna be fine? I mean, you're pretty torn up back.
I cock it, and I just give him a look. I'll be
All
okay.
right. Okay. Oh, kitty.
And like when you do that, I kind of look over and make eye contact with you, Briar. With just.
I look back at him.
All right. And I'll get the door.
Do we have everything we need?
Hey, Brian, you have those pages from the bag.
Yeah.
Keep those at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it'll make sense how to use them when we need them. Trick, are you ready with Lilith? I don't know,
girl. How you feeling?
Hold back.
At that, I'm going to stand up and get in front of Trick and kind of look back at him like, duh.
She's ready.
Who goes in first?
I would. I need to make sure the door isn't warded to anybody else.
Please roll for me.
54, but I'll swap it to a 45.
Okay.
As we are now on the track of finishing my goal.
We are. So you do, Theo. You know the door is warded, in fact. But you've done this how many, 700 some odd times. So you know exactly what hand gestures you have to do to remove the ward and what permission you have to give the door to be able to open it. And you open it. And would you like to describe what you see, Theo, when you walk into this warehouse?
It's very empty. It hasn't been used for originally what it was intended, which was just a normal shipping company. There are a couple of boxes here and there, but for the most part, it's just a big open warehouse. Couple of offices on the side. Couple of lights on. Sorry, this cat. And right smack dab in the center is the ritual circle. Dim lights, flickering, old fluorescents barely holding on. We'd blacked out the windows a long time ago. Candles are lit. Oh, 1 second.
There's something different about this time, though, Theo. You've walked in here so many times before, and every single time you've seen Adisa in different stages of decay. She gets worse and worse and worse, but this time, there she is standing there. Exactly as you remember her when you were together. She's still in the center of the circle. She has her hands out, but she's looking at you almost as if she's been waiting.
Hey, my wild man.
I'm gonna jump out in front of Zeke and start to growl at her.
Addie. What happened?
Puppy.
This is different.
What clued you in?
Addie. Well, you've never been able to speak before.
It's different this time.
Yes. Why did you do it? Why did
I
you
didn't
make
do
me?
it.
You made me forget.
Oh. You're like Old Faithful, just.
But then you tried to get me to kill you.
Well, yes. You know, this is the only way this can go.
You're in control now, though. Could we stop it?
You still don't understand, or... Like... Every time.
No, this time is different.
Is it?
Yes.
And I'd like to go astral.
Okay. Where are you?
I probably had tried to step up in front of the group. I mean, I stepped in and I probably didn't stop walking. I probably got like maybe 20 feet away.
So you didn't enter the circle. Okay. Okay.
No, did not enter the circle.
Okay, and you're going to go astral. Okay, go ahead and roll, please, Theo.
66. That's doubles. That is under my governing stat.
But it's over your actual skill.
It is over my actual skill.
So that would be normally like a partial failure, but then it's doubles. So something prevents you from going astral, or something goes wrong when you go astral. I'll let you choose.
something will go wrong.
Do you want to describe what happens when you try to go astral?
Yeah. I try to go astral and feel the protections of this warehouse start to kick in to prevent stuff like this.
It's incredibly painful for you, Theo. Your entire body goes rigid. And this is what everybody sees. You see, like, Theo suddenly go extremely rigid. His head falls back, jerks back, his mouth wide open. And he's in a lot of pain.
Theo, stop it.
When I see that, I take the shotgun and aim it at Adisa.
And I hold my hand, like I try to hold my hand up as best I can if I hear you.
Even though he has his hand up, I still aim it at her.
Okay.
And then my body would collapse as I go astral.
Well, you don't actually succeed because of the doubles. So something,
I thought something went wrong. I thought it was
something's gonna go terribly wrong, and you can't move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So not quite astral, but you are now stuck in place.
Okay.
And your limbs might be slowly moving back behind you. You might be beginning to beetle.
Oh, this is not how I wanted this to go.
What are you doing to him?
I'm not. He's. This place is set up to do this. It's a protection thing. It's hard to explain.
Reverse it, Dee Dee.
Can I reverse it?
No. There are protections. You can't really move. You're using all of your strength to keep the realities open right now and not collapsing in on themselves. So.
Kind of in the middle of something else at the moment. So, and actually, this is kind of good because I have a few words for you, Theo, if you can hear me. What the fuck? You bring my sister into this. Like, what is that about?
You can respond back, but you just can't move.
There needed to be a blood link.
Okay, well, maybe talk to me.
I tried.
I know, over and over and over and over, and you're not getting it.
You'd still send me back. Make me forget. Why would I, if I knew or remembered, might have gotten here sooner.
You did, and you didn't. It's all jumbled up, and is there anything I can do to ease his pain? Because I hate seeing him like this. There's nothing.
You're using all of your strength to keep the realities from collapsing in on themselves. And you had to use extra strength from Echo to do so. You're also probably acutely aware of how much time, or how little rather, you all have to try to do this.
What do I see on Theo and Adisa's hands?
Nothing.
Oh.
Theo has a symbol that he is like etched into his hand, so it looks
nothing
like
on his fingers.
Nothing on his fingers. No.
Look, we're on a bit of a clock here. I don't expect you to understand.
What do you need us to do then?
Complete it, but properly. Let me go.
Someone explain what's going on? I mean, I'm gonna look back from Trick to Adisa. Or from Trick, or I'm looking at everybody, but I go back from Theo to Adisa, and then Theo to Adisa.
I can do something, but not like this.
We're running out of time.
I look at Brian. You can see a little tear rolling down my cheek. I didn't want it to. I didn't want it at first. Well, not first, but I didn't want it to go like this.
Adisa,
Hi.
where's your wedding band?
I hadn't given it to her yet.
Different.
So you're the same Adisa.
Fuck you, right?
You're the same one. Thank you. Theo, do you have them?
No. I used it to become what I am.
We no longer have them.
No.
Oh, sorry. I think I know what's happening here. Brian's referencing the wedding bands that were in Adisa's bag, right?
If you're you're talking about the silver one. Then
Yeah,
yes,
the
I have
silver
that one,
ones, yeah.
And then I'd pause and thinking.
Yes, I have it. I do have the silver one.
Where are they?
My pocket.
I'm just gonna walk over very casually and reach into his pocket and grab the bands. And I take out. I look at them and I see one's bigger than the other. So I'm guessing obviously that's Theo's, the bigger one.
Oh, okay. There was only
bands.
one.
Two.
You said
There's
bands.
Two. Bands.
Oh.
Yep. There's two.
Okay. There's two. All right.
Is it bands or band?
Bands. There's two.
Okay. I'll probably look at both of them, see which one is obviously more female or male oriented. And I just slip one right on Theo's finger without even thinking. Walk over with the cat in my hand. Shh. And I go up to Adisa. Can I put this on your finger?
Brian, what are you doing?
She's kind of like stuck. Her arms are still out. She's, struggling, but yeah, she can.
Briar, I need you to trust me. I'm waiting for like a response of any kind.
Mm-hmm.
Briar?
Brian, I haven't known you for that long, but I'm gonna have to.
Let him.
Thank you. Bad kitty. All right. And I put the ring on Adisa's finger and I step back. What do we do next?
All the rest of it.
Do you remember?
So, right, because you. And that was you, pointing at Emma. Huh. Round and round and round we go. Okay. Have you got the rest of from the bag?
And look, everyone else. Are we ready?
We're missing one.
Who?
We need the braid. Adisa? Any help?
Braid. Well, I mean, we had our usual, but when I look at Theo and it just feels so wrong to not be able to go to him and be part of this with him.
The branches. The eldest trees were woven.
I got it. I kneel down and I pull up my pant leg, and tied right above my knee is this really old braid. Dangling from it is a small branch. It looks like it's petrified. And it's a weird black color with red veins going through it.
Well, look at you. This one has answers. This is okay.
Is everyone ready?
Theo?
I need everyone to be here.
Do you know what it means? Because you can't just.
I do.
I know what it means.
I need to hear from everyone.
Do we all have to know what it means?
You don't even know what it means.
And we seal everything.
Not exactly. I just need to know that everyone's here.
I count 6.
I'm here, but
I take one cat, hand off the cat, and I point at my head. Are you here? I need you here in the now.
That's a tricky question. Okay. Yeah, why not?
Move me. I can't do anything right now.
Theo? You'll be fine, buddy.
Come on.
We'll make it through this, Adisa.
I just confused look at Brian. Because he's been fairly quiet most of it, and now he's taking charge.
Do I notice her looking at me like that?
Oh yeah, you're pretty fucking observant. I mean, you can roll for it if you want.
Sure. Yeah, I think it'd be fair.
Yep.
I've moved my shotgun
85.
to him.
I'm pretty sure that's still under your stat.
Is it?
It's under your governing stat. Yes, it is.
Oh, good. All right.
So yeah, you catch a glance of her.
I very calmly walk over to Briar and I just put my finger on the tip of the barrel and just push it down nice and gently. You won't need it.
How did you have a fucking braid that's from petrified wood?
We all have secrets.
Yeah, no one has pants secrets with fucking braids in their legs.
And Trick can't help but like smirk to himself, like, pants secrets? I'll show you pants secrets.
I also giggle at that.
Briar was trying to say something like really badass, but it didn't come out right. And
Pants
like and so he pushed the gun down, but it's like aiming at his abdomen now.
I appreciate the humor. But we should probably focus. Like I said, everyone, I need you to mentally be in this room.
Does everybody trust him? Like, and I'm looking around at everybody. He just had a fucking braid in his pant leg.
Right.
While they're arguing,
what choice do we have?
I'm going to walk to the middle of the room. I'm going to grab the cat, pet it, pull its head back. And I grab around the esophagus and I pull it out. And I rip it out from his neck.
This fucking psychopath. Yeah, let's trust him.
My tail's gonna start wagging.
I pulled this Brian for a reason.
And I start drawing with the blood the shape of the symbol.
I'm kind of, I can't hold my stomach, but I'm kind of choking back nausea. Having watched that.
Yeah, Brian begins to trace over the symbol that is already on the ground with fresh blood from this cat.
Does Brian have all of the items from the bag, or like the photo?
Not all of them.
No, someone else was carrying the bag. I believe it was Briar or Theo.
Who has the photo?
The 3 photos are in the bag.
The stolen memory.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There are 3 different photos in there. There's one of Adisa, one of Theo, and one of Amy.
Okay.
And Theo had the bag, right?
Yeah, I believe it was Theo.
Yeah, so he's sitting up there frozen, petrified?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, cool.
Oh, well, I walk over to wherever the bag is.
Okay.
I grab the photo.
Which
one of them.
Which one do you grab?
I grab all 3 of them.
Okay.
I nonchalant kind of walk off. Actually, can you give me an observation around the room? What's in here? Everything? Like items?
Yeah, absolutely. The walls, when you kind of like do a quick 360, there are some dead chickens on the floor. It looks like somebody was living in here. There's a bed, but it's open, lofty. So there's kitchen, sink, refrigerator.
Kitchen. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I nonchalant walk over to that area where I can see there's a kitchen. I just kind of underhand chuck the cat off into the distance and walk into the kitchen.
Well, he's fun.
Yeah, Theo, why did you pull him?
There's one of 3 left, and the strongest of them.
Were any of others of you gonna do that? Because that seems like the right person to be doing that, apparently.
I would have, if I could move.
I think you've done enough.
What's happening to the professor, Adisa?
He tried to do something that it's not that the room didn't like it, it's the room was pre-programmed to, it's hard to explain.
So, like, he touched the electric fence, basically.
More.
Kind of, yeah.
Theo, I need you to roll for me. This is important. You can use your swaps if you want, because this is about saving Adisa. You're starting to beetle.
Okie doke. 79.
What's your soul stat?
Lower than that.
Okay. Yes, start to beetle.
Yep. Like.
Hurrying up would be good.
Coming.
Quickly.
I got a bucket of ice and I dump it right in the center of the circle.
Can't hold it much longer.
I don't know which one's gonna work, so I'm just gonna put all 3 in. And I grabbed all 3 photos and just drop them in.
Talk me through it. What does it mean? Talk me through it. You need to know.
Everybody sit in the circle. Running the blood, please.
What about Theo? Do we have to bring him over?
I think it'll be fine where he's at.
Lilith, fetch Theo.
I'm gonna happily kind of grin and trot over to Theo and clamp my arm down on, or my mouth down on his shoulder to drag him over in his beetle form into the blood.
Go ahead and roll.
Or that. That works, I think.
100?
Oh.
I mean, I don't think that's something can I flip-flop that?
No. Emma, you miscalculate. And you go for his shoulder and accidentally hit his jugular. And Theo, unable to protect himself,
Fuck.
lays there, blood pouring from his neck.
I run over to grab him, and I just shouted at everybody, now we got a real time clock. We got about, 30 seconds before he bleeds to death? Let's go! And I grab him and
I'm gonna be
drag him
licking
over
it.
to the circle, like, by his fucking arms.
Everybody get in the blood now. Get in the blood.
Here we
Get in
go.
the blood.
It's all over. Go.
I snap my fingers, and I want to use my major charge.
For those of you who don't know in the audience, a major charge is world and universe changing stuff.
Yes.
I don't know what her major charge is, but this is a big fucking deal, so I'm excited to hear what it is.
Yes. Would you like to read it out loud?
I'm grabbing it really quick.
If not, I can do it.
You want to do it since you might have easier access to it?
Yep.
Okay.
I got it. Okay. I'm scrolling through our stuff, but I know it's in here.
My hands are shaking.
Yeah, holy shit. Okay. With a major charge, Eris can change history in a pretty significant fashion. She can win the $20 million jackpot, avoid an ambush that killed all of your friends, prevent the drunk driver from killing your dad so that your mom never married the guy who used to beat the shit out of you. The mind boggles. Generally, the farther in the past the change is, the harder it will be to pull off, and also the more drastic the repercussions it has on the present. No one will try to make Hitler win the war, or at least you aren't. One area that cannot be affected by this power is ascensions that have already occurred at the time that you work this magic. They are forever permanent. Any attempt you make at changing a historical ascension is warped just enough to still allow the same person to ascend at the same time with the same archetype as he originally did. What are you trying to do, Briar? Oh, you're muted, darling. Sorry.
Oh, she's not.
Oh, was she not? Sorry.
I talk really quietly sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I sent you a quick message in Zoom.
Yes, because alternatively, I didn't realize this, but Theo he's already ascended into his archetype, so you can't go back further than that.
I snap my fingers, and it's like in the movies when there's like a standstill and the camera pans around and everybody's kind of in a frantic motion but paused. And I can still move, but it's like I hit a rewind in my head. And it goes back and back until right before Emma bites him in the neck. And I go back a little bit further. And I take a minute to think about if there's anything else I'd want to do. Or if this is the time to just do a little. And I look at Theo in his beetle form. I feel bad for him. But I also feel like, in a way, he kind of deserves this.
There's some temptation on your face. What are you tempted to do?
There's so much that I want to do, but so much that I can't.
What would you do if you could?
I could go all the way back. Theo never met Adisa, but I know that's not possible.
You can feel it. Maybe you even try. Maybe even try and test those boundaries of your power. But you know, since he has ascended into an archetype, you cannot bring it back past that point. Maybe before you could have. If things had been different.
I want to go... I don't know if there's a way to save Theo. Because he's the one who chose this. I look around the room and I look at everybody's faces and I look at each person. I look at Emma the dog and I'm just gonna stop Emma from biting his jugular.
Okay. When she does this, normally no one would be aware of what just happened. But because we are in the center, the apex of this time is fucky, awful ritual gone wrong, you all actually feel the sensation of kind of like falling really quickly and then being caught. That fear of jumping off of a roof with no end in sight, and then all of a sudden, you're caught. Now, you're back. You're back before Emma has taken Theo, but also, Theo, you can move again. She has gone back to before you got beetled. But you all know what just happened. So it's not like you have forgotten and you're repeating time.
What just happened?
Just played rewind, or press rewind a little bit.
Careful. You got strong.
All right. Well, Professor, since you can walk now, would you like to join us?
Yes. Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have to die to make this work?
No.
Do I, though?
No. Nobody's gotta die.
If someone has to, it's me.
I'm going to anyway.
Remember that.
I'll remember that. But nobody's gotta die.
We will save you, Adisa.
Please.
Has everything been rewound? Ritual-wise?
Yeah, ritual-wise, yeah. So you, unfortunately, I think you gotta do that awful thing to the cat again. God.
I'm going to the backpack and I'm looking at Theo. I gotta kill a cat again. You know that, right?
I know. That's fine. I can do it if you need.
I put the ring in his hand and then I walk up to Adisa and I give her.
Yep. I'm gonna put the ring on.
The ring.
And Professor, grab the right photo for me. I don't know which one.
I look for the photo that includes me that I don't remember.
I'll take those photos as I'm pulling back a cat's neck and ripping out the esophagus, and I'm starting to do it all over again.
The blood starts coming out of it. Yeah.
I close my eyes this time.
You getting the photo ice in the kitchen?
And I start
I'll go get
jogging
it.
that way.
No, I'll get that. You get the photo.
And run over.
Somebody please make him listen.
Can't make him listen. I don't think any of us can.
He's just trying to help get the ritual done.
Welcome to
Don't
my
worry.
life.
Don't worry. He's just trying to help. And that's what we need. Okay. What do we got? Good. Check. Can everyone come to the circle, please?
Once we get everybody in the circle, I want to look at Brian and let's see. Where is it? Sorry, I gotta take out these glasses. It's hard to see.
It's all right.
There it is. I'm gonna look at Brian, and I'm going to use the spell is called Mind and Mouth Go North and South, but it's when you cast a spell on someone, their skill at lying drops to 0.
Oh my. Okay. PvP. All right, go ahead and roll for me, please.
Okay. 23.
Okay. Brian, I need you to roll for me as well.
All right. Hey.
You, you feel this go off, Brian. You're aware that he just cast a spell on you, but it is...
And I'm not trying to hide it at all. I'm looking like...
Yeah.
Like, I actually tip my glasses down.
What happens to me when that spell happens? Do I feel something
please
when that
describe it. Yeah, what do you want it? What does it feel like?
How would you, Theo, because obviously, Theo, sorry, Trick, this is your spell, so how would it affect me?
It's kind of like a little bit like being drunk without like the queasiness or whatever. It's you want to tell me the truth.
Like vertigo, kind of like,
yeah.
And then I'm just loose in the sense of that information.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I know that came from you because you weren't hiding it.
Yeah.
A trust from nowhere. Like, I trust this person. Yeah.
All right.
So I just ask you one question. I do this. I take my glasses down, I look at you, and I go, Brian, are you on our side?
I'm not even skipping a beat. Like, I'm making sure the blood's nice and even. I'm making sure everything's lined up. You cheeky fucker. I'm not on anybody's side, really.
Ask him what he's doing.
You're strong with that, by the way. You know that? You are one powerful guy. I am very impressed.
Miller.
Okay, where are those photos? Photos?
I run back in with the ice.
Who's got the photos?
What a weird answer. Sorry, I don't say that out loud. I'm sorry.
I'm still under your spell. Just so
Yeah.
No, I know. So I
Does
say,
it say how long it lasts? Just so I'm...
Who's got the photos? Anyone?
When I run in,
You said you were grabbing them.
as I set the ice down.
Right.
This is the right one, I think, yes?
duration
I saw
of
you
their
grab.
conversation.
Just a lot of ice.
Ah, okay.
Just a lot of ice.
Right. Well, it's supposed to
You
be
have to
from
know
the
what it
river.
means. What does it mean? Walk me through it. I can't hold this much longer.
Oh, the spell's already over? From Trey? Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
Right.
it's the duration of your conversation. So I'm going to say when Trick is satisfied, but, you know.
This is good.
don't-
Let's just let it run.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
why
let
not,
it run.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm concentrating on something else. I'm not trying to
Well, and then
defend against it.
that's a weird answer, Brian. You're not on anybody's side, not even your own.
Oh, no, I don't have a side. I'm independent. We're all independent. Okay.
what-
pick
Are you
two.
trying to
talking about?
save the universe with us?
Depends on what branch you're talking about. But if we're talking about this one, yeah, that's in my best interest. Okay, so Adisa, here's the pictures of you and him. I want you to hang on to these, okay? We're not going to need
You're going to
them.
have to...
Okay,
Kind of
sorry,
motion
dear.
my hand with my head.
Where would you like me to put it?
I don't care.
I'm
Just
you know
do
what?
it quickly.
Okay, sure. I'm kind of tuck it into like her dress, kind of like the pit right above like.
Oh, great.
The chest line.
Oh, magic so dignified.
These will be safe with you. Now I'm gonna kind of pat. There you go. I got the photo of Amy. Oh, we'll need that. Okay, good here. I just feel my thigh again to make sure I didn't leave the braid. Braid check. Okay. All right, Theo.
Yes,
Theo,
the ice here. Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. All right.
What
I'm gonna
is up
dump
with
it.
He's changed his
dump it.
canter. What is happening?
And I use my aura sight now that I catch on that something's different because
You can ask Trick. He did something, and now I'm very relaxed at the same time. So thank you, Trick. This is making it easier, actually. It was hard being
55.
quiet.
Oh, that's above my aura sight skill. Under my soul, though.
Boy. It is doubles though.
Yep.
So it would have been a partial failure. So I think
Yeah.
that makes it an actual failure. So, but let's make this more interesting. I think you can't really see because all you can see is Trick's aura because his spell has been cast around Brian. So that is what you see. And so what he has said is the truth. Trick has cast a spell on him.
Trick, why did you do that? What did you do?
So Chad is reminding me real quick that Jazz warned us about the cleaner. Is that Trick was there during that?
Ooh. I don't
Theo's
remember.
talked about them a bunch too.
Yeah, I'm going to have to default to you. I'm going to trust you because I don't remember if you were there or not.
Yeah, because I remember
think
I
you
had an intimate conversation with Jazz, and she was when she handed me the pocket watch. She said, "I think that's like when that happened." She warned us of people like coming after us or something like that.
Yes, she did say the cleaners were coming in like 7 days.
Okay.
Which is like a day away from now when this is all done. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I would ask Brian, "Are you one of the cleaners, Brian?"
Evie, just check quickly. Zoom PM. Just make sure, just for clarity.
Yes.
Cleaner. Ooh, that's a new one. I've never heard that one. A groundskeeper. Arborist, technically. Ranger sometimes, although that kind of, I guess it makes sense with the whole tree life thing and the branches and the binding. We talk about a lot of that shit, but ranger, I mean, like, really? It's kind of like, I don't know, it makes you feel like you're more like a park ranger than anything else. But arborist, if you don't mind, that's the better. Cleaner sounds like you're trying to.
What do you do, Brian?
I mend the branches. And then I just continue on with like making sure everything's right.
I move the shotgun to Brian. And I look at Trick.
Briar.
I wouldn't do that. I look right at Briar.
You are so keen to use that thing.
I just look at Brian and I'm just gonna hold the shotgun on him.
Okay, I think we're good. Ice in the middle. Okay, now if everyone can stand in the circle, make sure you are touching the blood.
I think this is what we're here to do, Briar.
Briar?
Maybe.
And I go back to the page that was given by Lee as I like pull my book out to see if what he has written lines up with.
Do you want to
that
read it out
ritual.
loud? There's the handout.
Yeah.
Talk me through it. Talk me through it here. Oh, fuck.
It's in the bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was under shift.
Yes.
Yep.
Now we just need a destination.
And it's unparalleled endurance, unparalleled, a gift never given but desired, a never-ending course preserved, a stolen moment you never
I'm
had.
mumbling what he's got on that list. I'm just mumbling it like because I can't hold things back now.
Yeah.
I'm mumbling it all.
a breath and body of a being between dominion and domain, your destination. And I'm like looking at that, hearing him mumbling it, and then I wait to hear the destination that he says. If he
Got
mumbles
all the
that.
answers, Miller. Come on.
It's actually a symbol that he has to draw on blood on the floor again as well.
Can I draw the tree? The Ranger logo for clarification. I go up to Theo. I look him right in the eyes. You gotta let things grow. That's including life, buddy. Give him a little chip on the shin. I walk over to Briar. Grab the tip of her barrel of her shotgun. Briar, life's just a bunch of accidents that accumulate to an end. Can we end this? With a nice, just calm smile.
What does end mean to you, Brian?
The end of this, so the branch may continue and grow.
What happens to all of us?
You go on. Life is normal.
I look around the room. My finger is on the trigger of the gun. And I look at Theo.
Let's make sure you all have a life to live.
Yeah, no. You can't do this to me. I don't want this.
I didn't want to relive this.
Can I nudge my head right up to like Briar's ear really closely?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna probably like lean in and just watch. Infinity is the end. And without infinity is but a new beginning. Can you put the shotgun down, please?
I lower the shotgun, but I still have my finger on the trigger, and I'm ready to do anything if something happens, because I do not trust him at all. But I take a step back, and I'm just going to observe what everybody does.
Another one down. Oh, fuck.
Let's hurry this up.
Make sure you're standing in the blood, Briar, please. That is very important to the details of this. Thank you. I'm gonna look at everyone and make sure everyone's got a foot something in the blood.
I go down and sit cross-legged in the blood, and I pat my lap for Lilith.
I need to know who is sitting where. So if you open the Theo's Dream handout, actually, I think I gave you another handout with the symbol on it. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, it's on the ritual page. On the page 4 that says shift, yeah. I need to know which point everyone is standing in. We're going to sound off. The top one is 1. The one to the right, that looks like a moon, is 2. And so on and so forth. 3 and 4.
I can't move, so I'm wherever.
You are in the center of the circle and you cannot move. Yeah.
Well, I would like to take the male if Lilith takes the female symbol.
Okay. So I'm talking about the 4 points that are surrounding her, not the ones on the outer side. Yeah. So there's yeah, right in the middle. There's center ring. There's 4 points.
Okay.
I need to know who's in those 4 points.
Okay, I'll take the dot if Lilith takes the moon.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll be right next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So east and south.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
You're taking the dot, you said, right?
Yes, I'm taking south. She's taking east.
Okay.
I'll stand on the sun, as that is where the Aether symbol was originally.
So you're in north.
Yes.
Briar, where do you stand?
I'm outside of the circle. I'm watching what Brian's gonna do. There's one more spot, Brian.
That's not mine. I need you to go here. Fill the void, please.
Where do you stand?
In the middle.
I just stand. I at this point, I just go stand in the last spot, the star.
Yep, the west spot. Okay.
Thank you, Briar.
Theo, I know what you're thinking. Please don't do it. Please don't make all this for nothing. I'm go.
Do you know what I'm really thinking, Addie? Do you honestly know? Unhindered, unforgotten. You know what I've given up.
You know what I've given them.
Yes. We need to seal this off.
And you need to let me go.
And vice versa.
Are you trying again, Theo?
Yes.
What's he doing?
He's gonna try that spell again. Go ahead and roll.
Four. And I'm gonna, if I'm still affected by that shift, it'll make it a 1.
Go for it. Describe what this is like.
Standing on my spot. With this success, I keep my body standing in the same position without collapsing. And float above my body. Still within the circle. Looking at Adisa. An attempt to swap bodies.
Adisa, I believe you do not want to do this, correct?
No, I do not.
Let's go ahead and have some contested rolls, please.
Bring it, Ransom.
Theo rolled a 65. Adisa rolled a 43. One more time.
And I'll make that a 56.
Okay.
Instead of a 65.
Closer, but she still beats you.
Yep. 62, but it'll be a 26.
Come on. Yes!
7!
Adisa, please take it away. Describe what you do and what this is like. So Theo astral projects. Everyone can see him, by the way, in this space. You see him leave his body, and it looks like his hand gets extra long, his arm stretches out, and he goes to reach for Adisa. I don't think anybody's seen this before, and he's trying to take her soul essentially out of her body and switch them. And Adisa, what do you do?
I can't move, but the second you reach out and your hand kind of connects with me, you feel this cold shiver run through you.
Addie.
And then it's almost like my voice is in your ear, just behind you. Theo.
Addie.
You don't want to do this.
You can keep going.
You can't do that to me. You can't trap me in a prison that won't die. Please don't.
I'm not trapping you in a prison. I'm giving you me.
And I don't want that. Let me go. This all has to be worth something.
It would be worth it if you could live. Don't you
There are
see?
other versions. There are other me's out there. You just have to find them. There's only one of you.
This one is already gone.
So make it worth something. Find her, make her happy.
No, you don't understand. It's over after this.
Is it?
The horse calls.
The words are important. What
The
did you
horse.
agree? Think about it.
This is it. I have nothing after this. Nothing but service. I'll let you be the last thing I lose.
You don't lose me. I'm still out there. But think about the words. They're powerful, but they're not beyond a little verbal trickery. You're a smart guy, you'll figure it out.
I figured out and gave up.
So at this time, Theo is rejected and immediately shoved back into his body.
Ugh. Damn it.
Don't do that again.
Seconded.
Don't do that again. That was close. Nah. Stay put, please. Oh.
I'll be back. I'll be back for you, Adisa.
No, you won't. Not this. I'm so tired.
You don't understand.
No, you don't understand. Have you got any idea how much this hurts? Please let it be over.
And let me take you home. After all of this. You know what I become when this is over.
You still don't listen. You'll figure it out. I love you, Theo.
Love you too, Addie.
Let's do this. I'm running out of them.
Are you ready, my dear? Good. I'm gonna make sure Theo's okay. Thuja Placata, by the way. Nice to meet you. All right, I'm gonna walk up to the center of the room.
What did he just say?
Thuja Placata.
Okay.
So I walk up to the center of the ritual, where Adisa is, correct? I pull out my picture of Amy, and I look at the room to make sure everyone's in their places and everyone's sitting accordingly, right? Just to confirm, Classy Katie, were you on Trick's lap or not? Or did you
I'm
go to yours?
on the moon.
Thank you. Okay.
On the east corner.
Okay. Is everybody here?
Yeah. How about it, Lilith? We live through this. You want to be my dog forever?
She's not gonna look at him, but the tip of her little nubbin will be like in the blood.
I'm ready.
Briar. Find me. I really want to make those cupcakes.
I look at her because I don't know how she would know that. Make cupcakes, Dee Dee.
Oh, hurry. You know which ones just... Oh, fuck, this hurts.
Let's go.
I'm just making sure everyone's like getting everything off their chest right now to make sure everyone's here in the present without emotionally going off somewhere else. So I'm being quiet and humble. And if anybody, if I feel that vibe of the room, if anyone had to get something just out before they start, so that way they're fully concentrated on the moment.
Yeah. I know it's going to hurt and it's going to be weird. And she's going to need some convincing, but you know what to do.
I wish you understood what you were doing. I'll see you once more.
I hope so.
You will. You can count on me.
Oh, stop.
Let's go, Ryan. Now.
I grab the picture of Amy and I tuck it face out right in front of Adisa's dress right here so I can see her face. Excuse me, my dear. And I kind of wrap my right arm around the lower part of her back and then grab her other arm like almost like gonna dance with her. I do miss our talks, by the way. All right, and then I begin the ritual, I guess.
Muted, apparently, PB. Try that
Oh
again.
my God. Brian
from right
stands.
with that.
Yeah, Brian stands in the center of the circle, and he begins a low mumble, and then it turns into a low growl, and then you all hear the familiar sound of the whispering. His jaw begins to elongate. His eyes roll into the back of his head, and he starts moaning. And then he shouts something loud that you can all hear.
The moon fades. Death rides. Don't you see the white spot on the back of my head? Garoon. Garoon.
The lights begin to flicker as this ritual and power kind of moves around you. Everyone can feel it, your heartbeat. It's like, you know, every moment where you were born and you know when you're going to die. It's like everything is aligning itself right before your very eyes, and power is ripping through your bodies. And then glass shatters in the entire warehouse. Brian, you need more power. You need two.
I need it. Two?
You need 2 sacrifices.
I peer around the room.
You don't have much time.
I look at Theo. Oh, sorry. I look at Trick, and Emma. I'm sorry. The branch must continue. And I pull them.
Trick and Emma, please roll contested rolls. Brian is trying to take you down.
I rolled an 8.
65.
Okay, you are unable to pull Emma. Emma, Trick is going to be pulled.
What do you mean by pulled? Is
Who
he
am I
just like
contesting against?
You're contesting against Brian.
Oh, did he
is
already
someone
roll?
physically pulling him? Like, did Brian reach out and grab him, or is it like a metaphysical?
I would say
sucking you to the energy of the center.
Yeah, he's doing it metaphysically, and you can feel it, but you're connected to Trick, so you know what it feels like.
I'm gonna jump in front of Trick and growl at Brian as a warning shot.
So you find you are unable to move from the space now that you are in it. You are unable to move from this moon. However, I believe you have some abilities you can use if you want to save Trick's life. Oh God, did we lose her? Not now, Net. Not now.
No, she's here.
Oh, okay, I can't hear her.
Oh, my audio is catching up.
Okay.
I just didn't hear anything you said.
God.
'cause it was
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
Quick question.
Yes.
Did Brian? I didn't have to roll against Brian, or
not against a roll of his because he's doing the ritual right now. Yeah. So
okay.
the ritual
okay.
was just cast.
I'd like to use a big boy.
All right.
And turn into my big boy form.
Okay.
If I could please get some blast fires in chat, I would be so appreciative right now. Okay. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I rolled a 4.
Oh, go Puffy.
That's my dog.
Oh my God. Okay. Please explain what this looks like as while you are in the middle of this circle, the flesh explodes off of you and you turn into a spectral hound.
So before she's a spectral hound, she looks like a pretty basic, just a big, mean pit bull. After she explodes into just masses of guts and maggots and bugs and every piece of refuse you can imagine, and in her place is this, it looks like the same dog, but if you shoved a skeleton underneath the skin of that dog that was far too large, and bones are popping out at separate angles, and it looks like the spines of her spine poke out. She has enormous teeth that look like an angler from the deep sea ocean, and she's just sitting there foaming and oozing at the mouth, and she's gonna go for Brian.
So you can't actually leave your space. So you turn into this spectral hound, but you are now stuck you willingly walked into this circle, into this spot, and claimed it as your own. You cannot leave until the ritual is finished. But what you can do is describe how your spectral form can save Trick's life here. You can't really, I guess you could go for Brian spectrally. I will allow that because you rolled so well. However,
I want to take Trick's place, basically. So if I was able to get in front of Trick and be in that inner circle before him, would it use me?
Yeah, let's just say when Brian goes to pull the energy, you just stop it. You turn into your hound form so that you can provide enough energy for the both of you, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do everything that I can to prevent that from happening. Like this is like an Adisa fucking professor shit. Like we're going back and forth on this. I mean, I have to.
Okay.
I have to.
Yep. Do you have any spells that you can cast to stop this from happening?
Molly's looking.
No, she's my dog. I command her to stop.
So you're gonna willingly go for her? I just need to make sure this is clear. He is trying to take all of your power to make this work.
Yep.
Okay.
So I feel her trying to take my place. And I just...
You can all feel this. There's no, you can all feel this. You know what's happening. You can all feel that the ritual is not working either. It starts to go really well, but it needs more power. You all know this.
You must not resist! Everything comes at a cost! Well, then take me!
No! I'm dying anyway, just get it over with.
Well, then take us both! Why would they be a sacrifice for my mistakes?
That's actually a really smart idea.
Take us both! Let them live!
Yeah, take them! Take them, please!
Ah!
I take the one that I have and I sacrifice myself.
Okay.
Meaning me, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have enough time to try to swap bodies with Trick. But I'd try.
You can roll and see if you're fast enough.
That's 100, but I'm going to switch that to a 1.
Oh, fuck.
And I see and feel Trick being pulled. No!
You'll find a new master, I promise.
No! And pull you into me. And let my his body be taken while I float above it.
Theron!
Theo pulls himself out of his own body, grabs Trick's soul, and swaps him at the last second, allowing Brian to take all of Theo's energy, the only Theo that remains. Trick's body begins to kind of melt into the floor, as does Brian's. And then all is silent.
Am I in Theo's body?
Technically, right now, you are, yes.
Okay.
I just rolled an 8, though, so in a couple minutes, I'll let you make a decision.
Okay.
For the
Did
first,
we win?
For the first time in many years, Adisa, you can move.
I just crumple onto the ground.
What?
I'm gonna look at him.
Don't you ever do something like that again. It's a bad dog. Don't be a bad dog. And then I run over to you and
I'm just gonna kind of fold in his arms and think to myself, I'm nothing without you.
You feel that, Henry?
I reciprocate.
I remember a promise I made Theo on a walk. And I go over to Adisa. And I sit down next to her and I just grab her hand. Do you like chocolate cake or vanilla cake? And it's important to know what kind of frosting, because sometimes they don't go well together. And if you like sprinkles, they have special kinds now.
I just lean my head slightly against her shoulder.
I take my head and lean it on top of hers.
I take out the pocket watch.
4:30.
Look at it.
It's 4:30.
How much time was left? Or is it
It's just now reading 4:30. There's no countdown on it. It's like the regular watch face has been restored.
Are there any windows?
They've all have blackout Paper on them.
Like the glass shattering didn't break any windows out or anything?
No, I mean the glass shattered, but there's still paper taped to kind of the front, so you could go remove it if you wanted.
Okay. I kind of get up and look at my body and I'm like looking at the professor's like, and I kind of stroke my beard like, oh man, I hope this isn't forever. And I look at my pants, I'm like, now I really hope this isn't forever. And I go to the door that we came in. And I opened it up to see what the day looks like.
It's twilight. It's 4:30. It looks like dusk, like the sun's about to set soon. It's been a while since you've seen this, actually.
I pull up my phone
Mm-hmm.
just to see what time it is on my phone.
It's 4:30.
I stare at it and I count 60 seconds. And I'm waiting for
4:31.
And I just put my phone down, put it in my pocket. And I call Lilith over. Hey, Lilith. I want you to see something.
She trots over, but she still kind of gives him side eye because he looks like Theo.
I know what I look like. I'm sorry. Hopefully we can do something about that, but I take out my phone.
Oh, wait.
Millie's
yeah,
internet
we lost.
went down,
Yep,
and
Millie's
it's
internet
coming
went down.
back.
Okay.
Hopefully she's gonna rejoin.
Okay.
Did it fuck up the entire camera system?
It did. Oh,
Yeah.
she's coming right back. Perfect.
Yay, Millie!
Yay. Did that work? Yes, it worked. Okay, please continue on.
Okay.
Kidding me.
So I take out the phone, and I show it to Lilith. And I point to 4:31, maybe 4:32 now, and I point to it. Ugh.
I'm gonna start wagging my tail and just start to like lick at the face of the watch uncontrollably with my big nasty spectral tongue.
It's 4:31.
Am I still seeing him in Theo's body?
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
We're gonna miss MacGyver. I hear that and I look over at Adisa. I kind of look down at my body and I look back up at her. You know what happened? You know what he did?
I knew I didn't want it. I didn't care.
You know how that feels now. Never thought I would in my life. But I know what it feels like to want. To be willing to do anything for someone you love. Don't cry for him. He would have made the same choice and did. Every time. Well, we've been doing this so long. I don't know what the fuck to do now. What do you think, Lilith? Bounty hunters?
She's gonna let out a little playful like yip and do a little hop around him.
What do you say we steal the professor's car? He ain't gonna need it.
What do you mean your car?
I go to like wherever it was just his body, right? Or I woke up in his body.
You're in his body.
I look over to where his body was, and I go, oh, that's right. And I look at my pockets, and I gotta have the keys.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I look at my pockets, and I'm like,
however,
I didn't even realize like the phone I was looking at was his phone.
Yeah.
And I don't have the fucking pocket watch because that shit's melted.
Well, only you melted. So I was just about to say all of your clothes and shit are on the ground if you want to take anything.
Okay. So yeah. I don't take any of the clothes. I just take the hat. I just put the hat on.
I figured.
And I grab the keys, and I have the keys in my pocket from the professor.
That hat looks really weird on you.
It does. It kind of sits funny on my hair. Kind of just lays on top of it. And this beard. And I kind of like reach in and it's like, you need to get some oil or something. So, I don't know if we've ever properly introduced ourselves. My name's Henry. Nice to meet you, Adisa.
This is gonna take some getting used to. And I can't meet his eyes properly. I keep darting up and seeing Theo, and it's too much.
Am I?
You know what I really wonder? I really wonder right now. I wonder what your lecture was going to be about. I only ever got the title.
Probably not what you were expecting.
Behind Theo, I'm gonna come back into my human form and stand up and just kind of like brush myself off. Yo, you drop bounty hunter titles and you're introducing people. I'm hungry.
Well, hungry for what?
I mean, do you have to turn the bounties in?
I don't know, kid. Maybe if they're real bad, we don't.
I like that idea better.
I figured. Don't eat too much, though. I don't want to end up like the guy in the trunk.
I'll do my best.
Just let me know. Just keep me posted on how many folks you end up eating.
Yeah.
Fire? How about it? Pancakes?
There's something I want to do. I can catch up later, maybe.
All right. Well,
please don't leave me.
I was going to take you with me. Somebody I want you to meet.
All right.
Well, they get squishy. We should go find food.
Let's do that.
Which pancake house?
Do you want to drive or do you want me to drive? You want to stick your head out the window?
I'm gonna look at my like gooey blood maggot covered hands. I just don't. You should. You should probably drive.
I'll drive. Then I walk out the door.
And I'm gonna trot after him and grab his hand on the way out. Brian! As I get pulled out to the car.
Pancake house. We'll come later.
I'm pretty sure between the two of us we can figure it out.
Yeah, it's like a Denny's, I think. So they're probably there. So I know we didn't get off on the right foot.
Gun to the stomach kind of has that effect.
Sorry, I have trouble trusting people. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, shit.
Hi. But can I show you something?
Mm-hmm.
And I stand up and I put my hand down to help her up.
I'll take it.
And I want to open the curtain, but I want to open it really wide so it's not scary or daunting. And I'll see if I can somehow get some lights in there.
You can do whatever you want.
So I'm going to open it. And it's like LEDs are just lit along a walkway. But it's still dark, but it's warm. And I take her hand.
Oh, you made it all pretty for me.
I think you might like this place. If not, just let me know. It's kind of dark. Maybe I can get more lights in here or something.
It's okay, I remember.
And as we walk in, all the way at the end of this long kind of hallway lit by lights is a small shadow boy. And I just take her hand and walk her all the way down. I don't know if you remember Jack, but I wanted you to see him.
I remember everything. Hey. I kneel down next to him. And change my mind and get cross-legged. Long time no see.
Yes. Good to see you both together again.
It's nice that we're all together again.
Is it? I mean, it is, but what if it all goes wrong again?
We always have here.
And I squeeze her hand and reach out, and if I can squeeze Jack's hand, I'll squeeze his as well.
I sit down cross-legged next to her. We have a lot to catch up on, I think, all of us.
Last thing you'd think.
And that's where we fade out. Briar and Adisa go into the Vale. Henry and Emma go off to get pancakes. And what's left of the industrial loft warehouse. Some broken windows, some black paper, and what's left of the ritual starts to fade as they leave. But something lingers. One thing lingers. You can come back, Theo.
I did it. I'm so glad. Goodbye, Addie. I'm ready for my service now.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
My horse. I only ask one final thing, and then you'll have me. Let me be the one to take her in the end. when it is her time.
And that is where we end Nocturne. Well done, everyone.
Oh, you just had to get one last jab in, didn't you?
Cool. Oh.
I'm dead.
Wow.
Oh.
Is this right? I think I got it right.
Yeah! Man, fuck yeah, dude!
Daddy.
Oh. Let's do some shout outs. Let's do some shout outs to the song The Power of Friendship. Let's start with Millie. Final shout outs. Let's go.
Oh, my jaw's actually doing that thing when it's really cold. Oh.
Chattering of the teeth.
Hello, I'm Amelia Tyler. I'm very cross with my internet provider right now. It's been fine all the way through this campaign until then. Thanks so much, BT. You can find me over on Twitter as Amelia Tyler and here on Twitch. I'll be doing a Halloween stream tomorrow. I don't know how. Oh, my webcam's gone funny. That was insane. I don't know. I can't sum that up. That's too much to process. But thank you all for letting me be part of this. It's been a pleasure.
Zeke, you're up.
Everybody, what a ride. What a ride. Honestly, like, as sad and bittersweet as the ending is, it's nice to have an ending. It means something. Makes it mean something. But we had a journey and we came to a good end. Thank you all for joining us. This has been a hell of a thing, hell of an experience. I enjoyed every second of it. I'm grateful that I got the opportunity to roleplay with such fearless, vulnerable, amazing people. Goddamn, man. Goddamn, dude. This was a fucky goddamn show. And I loved every second of it. And if you want to find me doing stuff, you can. Somewhere. I'm on the internet. You can find me. I don't feel like promoting myself right now.
Ezekiel_3. Go.
Yeah, there you go. I will say that immediately after we get done with this show and doing this stuff, like, I'm breaking down like my entire streaming setup and loading it in the truck for my trip to Denver. I'm leaving tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
You're moving, making the big move.
Yep, making it happen.
Got this, brother.
We'll do, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. Excited. So next chapter.
Oh God, literally both next chapters. Oh.
Yeah, that's honestly, like, if you want to know, I could have left on Tuesday. Like it actually all, like, it all came together. Like, it was fucked up and then it unfucked itself, and I could have left on Tuesday. And then I thought, I don't want to be in a space where I'm rushing or uncomfortable or whatever to do the last thing of Nocturne. I want to be home for that. So I'm glad I'm leaving tomorrow. Not I didn't leave yesterday. That's all. Next person.
Dan, you're up.
Hi there. I'm Domestic Dan. I got to play Dr. Theo Ransom here and it was I got to play him. It was an absolute blast. Thank you so much, castmates, for not hating me, just hating Theo. Yeah. Until the next thing happens, there is a Nocturne-sized hole in my heart. So that's it for me.
CK, you're up.
Can't even. This show was a gift. Came along like at the hardest part of my life, probably. I've like gone from having full-blown panic attacks during this show to being great, and this show helped a lot with that. It was like therapy. And it was a fucking honor to just be fools on the internet with you guys every Wednesday. My life is empty without you, and I just can't wait for the next thing. I'm ready. And Emma was cool.
Emma was incredible.
She was dope to play. I'm gonna miss her. I'm gonna keep this in a little box, commemorate her. She was good. She was good for me. That's all I got. I'm so sad. This sucks.
You can bring her
a
out.
good ending though.
They all stay in the back there, though, right? You can bring her out every time you have to deal with an asshole.
Mm-hmm. Get my blood out. Bring
Like,
it, bitch.
Emma, I need you right now.
Just make sure you know the difference between a shoulder and a throat.
No, she never really liked Theo.
She never did. I can't believe that happened.
It wasn't an accident. That's why I didn't like scold you. I was like, yeah, maybe that was meant to be.
That was the one. That was the one in Emma's eyes.
It was a tasty accident. Oops, slipping and falling into Burger King. Oops.
Oops, the burger fell into my mouth. Oh, God. KPP, you're up. Oh, no. CK, you didn't give shout out your channel. Go follow her. Twitch.tv/ClassyKatie. God.
You can find me. I'm out there being weird.
KPP, you're up.
I'm Katie Peters Plays. It was an honor RPing with all of these amazing people and being GM'd by PB. I'm gonna try not to cry. I'm not a very emotional person, and like I know that doesn't make sense watching Briar cry a lot, but
I'm not usually either.
Yeah,
This show breaks people.
So I just appreciate the opportunity to get to know everybody too in the cast, and the whole freaking community has blown my mind. I used this today. Someone gave me a Sleepy Bean mug. And I got this for good luck today.
Oh my god. Sleepy Bean.
And it's gonna be really weird not playing. Like, I was putting it, this is silly, my blue hair clip today, and I was like, this is the last time I'm gonna do this for Briar. So just thank you, PB, for including me in this. And it's been literally magical to do all of this with all of you. So thank you.
Thank you for being my sister.
We're making cupcakes. Someday
Yeah,
we're
we
making
are.
cupcakes.
Go follow her at Katie Peters Plays. Twitch.tv/Katie Peters Plays, please. Pax, you're up.
Hi. You really value something when you know it's going to end. What an honor and a privilege to be a part of this ensemble. The incredible talents of PB to pull the best of us, and the ridiculous amount of hours just put into this. Thank you so much, Zeke, for showing so much growth and trying to lift everybody up to keep their stories higher. Thank you, Dan, for bringing an array of emotions that we could pour onto your character for the good times and the bad. Thank you, Amelia, for dipping your toe into this and bringing your talents along with you. And what you considered an accent role, I think you took that role head on and made it into your own, and it was fantastic. Thank you, Katie, for your incredible, classy Katie, for your incredible wit, humor. Even in the darkest times, you can get a chuckle out of all of us, and your energy that is so easy to feed off of. Thank you, KPP, for bringing your gentle and innocence along with this. You can feel that warmth that we can resonate off of whenever you're doing your roles, and it's really nice. It's really, I don't know how to word that up properly. Make sure to check out everything else the Table Story does. They really care. They really care. That's it.
The sheer astounding amount of production value that this has, not only by people who are involved with the channel, but the fans. Like, everybody. I had no idea, because I come from, like, you know, role play and shit like that, where it frequently gets like 2K plus or minus viewers, and this, like, with like not even less than a half of that audience, does 10 times the amount of like it feels like 10 times the amount of love. It really does. The passion is there, and it's a sight to behold. I mean, I'm not bad mouthing role play or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, there's a palpable difference. Obviously, I'm not bad mouthing it. I've been doing it for years.
I don't think anybody took it that way.
Yeah. JP might. He's kind of a dick.
I had something prepared, but I can't. I really just can't.
Do you have it written down? You can send it to me. I'll say it.
I have it in my notebook. I would like to just say that I'm so grateful. This journey started a year ago. Like, if the finale for Stygian happened a year ago, like today, or yesterday on Halloween, or tomorrow on Halloween, and I didn't realize that until today. So this world that I built, you know, it's been a lot, and I did put a lot of heart into it, and just seeing the players bring it to life in a way. I wrote 22 different endings, and it wasn't this one. You know, like, that's just the life of a GM, right? Like, yeah, I'm so proud to have worked with you and to have created with each and every one of you. Thank you for saying yes to my crazy idea. And for giving it 110% when I know it was hard, and I know there were challenging moments, and I know there was frustration. I know there was, I don't know, like, dark places that you went to be able to bring these people to life and make these people real, but it would be nothing without each and every one of you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the one-shots where you gave 150% to that too. Those were some of my favorites. Thank you to the Nocturnals for really making this something special. All your comments, all your fan art, all your tweets, all your theory crafting in the Discord, everything. That's it. I gotta stop now. Thank you.
I think I can speak on behalf of everyone on the cast that if you were ever to reach out to any of us for whatever it would be, we wouldn't even hesitate because we know you would give 110% back. So make sure everyone send a lot of love PB's way. I've never met anyone who's cared so much about the craft.
And that's the thing about a group like this. I think it's very easy to do a show, whether it's theatre or whatever, and go in giving 110%. That's not mathematically possible, but you know what I mean. And being around other people who don't give that amount, that slowly wears you down and makes you want to stop. And being surrounded by people who continue to give on the same level or greater than you do, it just keeps that going. And especially something that runs this long, it's easy for it to become like a hamster wheel thing, but this was magic every episode.
Man. Okay, we might be closing the door on this story, but the world isn't gone, and I'm sure we may revisit it someday. It probably won't be next, just so you know, but maybe one day. I'm gonna take us out by playing our intro one last time. I think that's fitting. And I would just like to say, I think that I'd like us all to imagine Henry and Emma getting pancakes. I'd like us to imagine Theo is finally happy with the decision that he's made. Brian fucking saved the world. In so many realities, Brian's gave up. But this one didn't, and it made the difference. And Briar and Adisa and her brother get to build a relationship together. And the clock ticks over to February 14th.
Valentine's Day.
And we're out.
Wow. Well done, everyone.
Welcome to the light. Your eyes will adjust in time.